Now.
Good evening and welcome to Newswatch 12 Weekends. I'm Megan Mamlock. Rachel Eiler has the night off. In local news today, the Marathon County Sheriff's Office put out a traffic safety alert about the serious motor vehicle crash on US 51 southbound involving multiple vehicles and injured persons. Southbound US 51 traffic was being diverted at Lincoln County Highway Q and sent to County Highway K. We'll keep you up to date on these details as they emerge. Well, now we're going to head over to meteorologist Andrew Kiefer with your check on the weather. Andy, how is it looking out there? I heard some rumbles right before we started our program.
I bet you did, Megan. I did too, and some of us did in parts of northeastern Wisconsin. That's where the bulk of thunderstorms have been tonight. I think we've seen the worst of it by now. Those will be scaling on back pretty shortly here. Now, high temperatures today once again made it to the 80s, even down towards Wapaka, Eau Claire, breaking into the 90s. So it was a hot day all around yet again, starting off seeing that sun. And yeah, we have a couple thunderstorms we'll be taking for the next couple of hours. And winds are also pretty mild right now, unless you're in one of those thunderstorms. Winds coming out of the northeast at about 5 to 15 miles per hour. We'll be going calm through the overnight hours. And here we go, taking you hour by hour at the rest of our Sunday night. We'll be in the middle 50s for our overnight lows and having those thunderstorms pass to the southeast and then decreasing cloud coverage starting off our Monday, mostly clear skies. Megan?
Thanks, Andy. One Wisconsinite family was not just surprised when they found out that they were having triplets, but also that one of their babies had to undergo a serious heart surgery prior to his birth. Their child, Elliot, was diagnosed with a heart defect that affects the way the blood is carried to the arteries, in addition to having a hole in his heart wall.
You're going to recirculate blue blood into the body and red blood back into the lungs, which really you can't live that way unless you have some communications within the heart that allow for some mixing.
Their medical team says that there are 3 parts to the surgery that they need to consider. The first is monitoring the baby and the mother during the pregnancy, establishing a well-equipped team, and educating and preparing the family for what post-life surgery means.
Educating the parents so they know what to expect, what to expect after the baby's born, what to expect long term. I think the education part of it is very important.
UW Health reports that Elliot is doing well, and although he will need cardiology care team throughout his adulthood, his health looks promising long term and likely won't need any additional surgeries. A local mountain biking organization has been active in the Northwoods community by creating the first ever bike patrol in the state of Wisconsin and debuting it at the Insaner bike race on June 12th. Kyle Pazorski has the story.
Lambeau had the opportunity. We have a couple of Lambeau members who are involved with the National Ski Patrol. And they're like, hey, you have an opportunity here. If you're interested, we can get you trained up as Bike Patrol first care providers.
Lambeau President Sylvia Knutz also spoke about how the unit would enhance the safety on the trails and the recreational biking community.
Just very recently, they've said, hey, you know what? This is also a great opportunity to provide first aid and emergency care out on bike trails. So they've established Bike Patrol units.
She said that the group is excited to provide this service and bring about more vigilance on the trails,
which is a huge deal for us, and super excited because that's really going to take off. But we're just pleased because, again, we want to promote mountain biking and we want to make it as safe and as fun for everybody.
To find out more information about the Lambeaus and the Bike Patrol, you can visit their Facebook page. In the Northwoods, Kyle Pazorski, Newswatch 12.
America's national parks are enjoying record-setting attendance after more than a year of travel restrictions due to the pandemic. Last month, Yellowstone National Park saw the most visitors it has ever recorded for the month of May, with more than 658,000 visits. That's an increase of more than 11% over the previous record set for May of 2016. The other major national parks in Wyoming, Grand Teton, also set a May record with 363,000 visitors last month. The Lincoln County Rodeo Association, Inc. drew big crowds with the 32nd Wisconsin River Pro Rodeo event this weekend. Newswatch 12, Georgina Fernandez reports.
We're having a rodeo.
That roaring sound you are hearing is excitement from rodeo fans as the Wisconsin River Pro Rodeo kicked off their final events of the weekend. The rodeo hosted 3 days packed of world-class competition in 8 different events, including barrel racing, bareback, and tie-down roping.
This weekend started out a little shaky with the Mother Nature and the weather, as the weathermen weren't playing us any favors. and we had 4 inches of water on top of the ground here.
The weather created perfect conditions for all cowboys and cowgirls to hit the soil and start competing.
We had fast times and a good crowd.
Over 3,000 spectators filled the stands on Saturday night, reaching max capacity by 6:30 p.m. And Sunday was no different with packed stands.
You'll see all the events here today, and today will be our best performance ever.
Crowds were excited to see the women breakaway roping and riding event, which was showcased for the first time at the 3-day event.
They rope a calf, and when the rope gets tight, it comes off the saddle and their time ends.
The outdoor event brought people from all over, not just for the event, but also music and food.
They want to see some good entertainment. It's good, it's reasonably priced, it's good for the family.
But a little something for any rodeo enthusiast. In Merrill, Georgina Fernandez, Newswatch 12.
Across the pond, President Joe Biden is wrapping up the G7 summit. And when we return, details into what's next for the president and the U.S. economy as he prepares to meet with NATO. Plus, severe weather on the way, but that won't last too long. Meteorologist Andrew Keycaver is in next with your full forecast. We'll be right back right here on NBC.
Have you ever looked up how much of an appliance is made in the U.S.? At Maher Water Corporation, we use systems that are 90% made in the U.S. In fact, over 80% of the unit is made right here in the Midwest, and 75% of the entire unit is made right here in our beautiful state of Wisconsin. Combining the local made product with a local family company means money spent here stays here. So call us today to meet our Wisconsin-made family.
Planning an exciting outdoor excursion? You need the app from the weather team you can rely on, the WJFW Weather Watch app, featuring hourly and daily forecasts, high-resolution imagery, and opt-in push alerts to let you know when severe weather approaches. With all these features, you'll know the best days to cast a line or when it will be perfect to explore the wilderness. The WJFW Weather Watch app is available in your app store now. Weather Watch 12, from where you live.
Carpet City.
Come to Carpet City Flooring Center and get the toughest waterproof floors in the industry, where they're in stock and on sale. Rigid Maximum XL is 50% thicker and 30% longer, resulting in maximum durability, which is perfect for active families and pets. Not to mention, it's easy to install. Come to Carpet City Flooring Center to get your Rigid Maximum XL waterproof floors today.
Carpet City. Our prices will floor you.
June is Dairy Month, and H&S Manufacturing would like to thank the hard-working dairy farmers that keep Wisconsin's proud heritage alive from generation to generation. Dairy farmers work hard each and every day to bring the dairy products we all enjoy to our tables. Since 1967, H&S Manufacturing has been proud to work with dairy farmers to design and manufacture the high-quality farm equipment that they need in order to do what they do best. Help support your local dairy farmer this month and all year long by taking home Wisconsin-made dairy products.
Tonight's forecast features a natural ambiance of some thunder and a light show with lightning. We have had a little bit of severe weather towards northeastern Wisconsin, and now the severe threat is down towards Green Bay, out of our neck of the woods, and I do think we'll be clearing out pretty soon. Today we've had a little bit of a concern with hail, and I wanted to touch on how does hail form anyways. So what we have in storm clouds are going to be these updrafts of air, and they bring up these frozen water droplets, and they kind of start just tossing them around. So these are growing and growing as they keep on being lifted up, and each time they keep on growing, it's because they have these ice layers that keep on being built on the outside layer of each of them, and those build and build until they're too heavy enough for these updrafts to support them, and then they fall. And when they fall, they can vary in a wide range of sizes, all the way from a size of a pea, all the way up to the size of a grapefruit, which we don't really see here in the North Woods too much, but when we get to a quarter size or larger sizes of hail, that's when we're talking about severe weather, and we definitely can have that quarter size hail, but I don't think we're we're having much of that concern tonight. There has been hail reported, though, that is mostly towards northeastern Wisconsin, and it hasn't been a huge risk tonight, but it has been out there along with breezy winds in these areas as well. And now the Green Bay area dealing with that at the moment. But that's not lasting long, so these storms are clearing on out, and I think we'll be going dry for the most part by midnight. Here we are at 11:30. Northwood's pretty clear at that time, and for the rest of the night then, we are going to be having decreasing cloud coverage, seeing that sun to start out Monday. Here we are Monday 6:30. Temperatures in the upper 50s, low 60s to start the day, and then for the rest of the day, we'll be picking up clouds in the afternoon, and there will be an opportunity for non-severe weather, thunderstorms in eastern Wisconsin, just a sliver off towards Green Bay. I think it'll be a struggle to get into our area, so I think we'll be just dealing with those clouds and maybe a couple sprinkles for the most part. And then for the rest of the day, clearing out into the overnight period and temperatures getting back down to the 50s. So like I said, there is going to be that tiny sliver of non-severe weather possible for far eastern Wisconsin. And in that risk, there is going to be potential for large hail and damaging winds. But overall, it should be pretty light day for severe weather. And then after that, so we have that very slim chance tomorrow. We're talking just a few sprinkles here in the Northwoods. And then the next couple days are going to be pretty pleasant. So temperatures in the 70s and 80s, pretty dry. It should be pretty nice all around. I hope you enjoy it. And then Thursday, we will have our next chance for thunderstorms, and that subsides by Friday. And then we get into the weekend with a pretty nice conditions coming our way to enjoy. Now looking at our temperature trend for the upcoming week, so after Monday, we're drying on out completely for a couple of days, and those dew points are going to stay pretty low, so it's going to feel really nice out there, and we're talking upper 70s, low 80s, so a little bit above our average of 75 for this time of year, and those temperatures will hold all the way through the weekend. Now I touched on those dew points, so for the next couple of days, those are going to be relatively low, so it's going to feel nice out there, and after we get to Wednesday to Thursday, we'll watch that spike on up when we have that next chance for thunderstorms. So we'll return to a little bit of a muggy feel, kind of a reminder of where we were at last week for about a week. And then we're going to get into a nice trend again for the weekend. But for now tonight, what we have are some thunderstorms. Those are on the decline now. And then we'll be having decreasing clouds and drying out overnight. Low temperatures down to about 54. And now on Monday, we're going to start out seeing that sun. It will be breezy too on Monday. That's going to be with a northwest flow at 5 to 15 miles per hour. It's breezier in thunderstorms and high temperatures getting to the middle 70s, and maybe just that little chance of having just a couple sprinkles. And now looking at your Northwoods Furniture and Mattress 7-day forecast, after just a couple sprinkles tomorrow, we'll be dry for the next couple of days and feeling really nice, waiting for that next chance of thunderstorms on Thursday. Megan?
Thanks, Andy. The U.S. is edging closer to the Biden administration's goal to vaccinate 70% of adults with at least one dose of the COVID-19 vaccine by July 4th. As of Sunday, the CDC is reporting 64% of the American adults have received at least one dose of the vaccine, and more than 309 million doses have been administered. More than 143 million people are now fully vaccinated, which amounts to about 54% of the U.S. adults. The CDC reports 1.2 million doses have been reported since Saturday for the 7-day average of a little over than 1 million doses a day. The FDA memos surfaced Friday outlines how an estimated 75 million doses of the J&J vaccine were rendered unusable by inspectors at the Emergent Biosolutions facilities, citing crowded manufacturing areas, inadequate quality assurance, and lab controls as problems. In February, the FDA rejected an estimated 60 million doses of the Johnson & Johnson single-dose vaccine after a review of the Baltimore facility. Then in March, the New York Times reported that another 15 million vaccine doses were ruined by quality control issues identified by J&J as of last week. The FDA now has approved 10 million doses of the single-dose vaccine from the facility as being safe to use. Going forward, J&J must continue to share all relevant manufacturing information with regulators from both the U.S. and countries where the vaccine may be used. President Joe Biden's work is done at the G7 summit, and he is now preparing to meet with NATO allies. Again, cracking down on China and Russia will be key topics of the debate. The U.S. is trying to force its world economic partners to take a stronger stance against China, but will likely get more pushback from NATO partners. NBC's Jennifer Johnson has more.
Wrapping up the G7 summit, President Biden was pleased the world leaders took a hard line against China.
The G7 explicitly agreed to call out human rights abuses in Xinjiang and in Hong Kong, explicitly.
And they agreed to take action against forced labor in that country.
In solar, agriculture, and the garment industries, because that's where it's happening.
The president also tried to rally the G7 leaders to offer billions in loans to developing nations to counter China's initiatives in low and middle income countries, building its own worldwide power.
What we have is largely agreement on the need to offer a much more attractive alternative to the model that China is proposing for the world.
The president next meets with NATO allies in Brussels, who may be more inclined to protect their own trade ties with China than provoke confrontation. At that summit, Mr. Biden is also expected to propose possible additional sanctions against Russia in retaliation for global cyber attacks. Many in Congress want action.
They need to know that when they do this, there are consequences to their actions, and we're going to hit them back.
Ahead of his sit-down with Vladimir Putin, the president said he can work with the Russian president, even after Putin said last week relations with the U.S. are at an all-time low. Jennifer Johnson, NBC News, Washington.
Well, the Bucks playoff series against the Nets just got to a whole more interesting.
Yeah, it was a great day to be a Milwaukee sports fan. I'm sure the city is bumping tonight. Both the Brewers and Bucks were in action, and even better, they both won. When we come back, we'll have highlights from both of those games and more coming up next in sports.
Do you struggle to open or close your windows? Are they drafty or leaky? Are you constantly adjusting your thermostat only to have your energy bill skyrocket? Do you simply deal with fog glass and leaking windows? Hi, I'm Matt Minster. If you're nodding your head yes, Renewal by Andersen is your best solution. Renewal by Andersen is the full-service replacement division of Andersen Windows, the most recommended family of window brands in America. They custom build and install your windows for a weather-tight fit that helps keep your home warmer in the winter, cooler in the summer, and quieter all year long.
The thing that impresses me most about the new windows by Renewal by Andersen is that they're completely sealed. I mean, there is no draft off those windows.
Let Renewal by Andersen bring more comfort to your home. This special offer and our great financing makes now the perfect time to call.
Don't make the mistake of buying poor quality vinyl windows that crack, warp, discolor, and quickly wear out. Renewal by Andersen uses exclusive Fibrex material that's stronger than vinyl and will not warp or bow. It's elegant and strong like wood, but never needs painting. And their high-performance Smart Sun Glass blocks 95% of harmful UV rays and helps save on your energy bills year-round. Need another reason to call now? Their signature service helps you design a budget-friendly solution that's custom-built in the USA. They'll be with you from start to finish and promise to make your project the best home improvement experience you've ever had. Not only that, their generous, fully transferable limited warranty is unique because it covers both their product and their installation. Call Renewal by Andersen today.
Call this number now to schedule your free no-obligation design consultation. Plus, take advantage of this free limited-time offer. With incredible savings and attractive financing, installation is always included. Don't miss out. This money-saving special ends soon. Call Renewal by Andersen today.
Sports Watch 12 with Griffin Stroin starts now.
All it takes is one game. One game to change the entire complexion of an entire series. The Bucks were able to win a gutsy Game 3 against the Nets earlier in the week, and tonight, Milwaukee seemed to ride that momentum. Huge Game 4 against the Brooklyn Nets, and it's always easier when you've got home court advantage. Bucks were pulling off the old Harlem Globetrotters play in the first quarter. Middleton to Brook, back to Middleton, to Giannis. He slams it home. The Bucks are down by 5. Other end of the floor, the Slim Reaper came out to play. Kevin Durant, he knocks down the 3 there, right in Middleton's face. Nets are up 4. Bucks came alive, though, in the second quarter. Drew Holiday driving to the lane, drops it off for Giannis. 3 guys, 4 guys, 5 guys. It does not matter. Bucks are down 9. Milwaukee kept closing the gap. Giannis off the rebound, going coast to coast. Blake Griffin knows what it's like to be in a poster. He doesn't want to be in that one. The Bucks take the lead on that play after Kyrie Irving. He's going to go down here with an injury. It hurt his ankle. Milwaukee would crank it up. You could tell that they wanted to win it. Janssen lays it up there. Pat Connaughton, he gets hurt on the play, sacrifices the face. You can see him taking the elbow, bloodied up. He was fine. And then a few minutes later, it's Middleton across. He gives it to Giannis, who slams it home. Freak had 34 points on the day, and this series is now a best of 3. Milwaukee wins 107-96.
Really proud of this team. We keep playing together. We come in every night and putting ourselves in a position to win. Live in Brooklyn. We know that they took care of business. So we say we're going to go back to Milwaukee. We're going to try to take care of business and we put ourselves in a position to win 2 games. We're very happy, but we got to keep getting better.
Obviously, the Greek Freak was a huge reason for the W tonight. When he was on the floor, the Bucks were plus 29, which led both teams. And his teammates are now running out of ways to describe him.
I could say beast, I could say MVP, I could say a lot of things, but he's Giannis. And I think as his knowledge has continued to grow over the last 3 years from what I've seen, there's a lot of ways he can get to the basket, and understanding how defenses have played him, I think, is the greatest step forward that I've seen him take.
It's going to be an interesting series. Game 5 is back in Brooklyn. Who knows if the Nets will have either Harden or Kyrie. Now, shortly after the game, there were reports that a fire had started inside the Pfizer Forum. Thankfully, that was not the case. The Bucks released a statement saying that there was a mechanical issue that triggered the alarm. They evacuated the building for precautionary reasons, but there was no fire to repeat. Thank goodness for that. Now, it was a pretty solid Sunday for Bucks fans. But what about their neighbors down the street? The Brewers won their first 2 games against the Pittsburgh Pirates during their weekend series, hoping to bring out those brooms for a sweep in today's game. Another beautiful day at American Family Field. Full capacity is coming soon to Milwaukee. Let's jump to the 6th inning, a 1-1 ball game, but not for much longer. Jacob Stallings takes Adrian Hauser deep to center. JBJ can't make it and bring it back. Pittsburgh has a 1-run lead. But in the bottom half, Luis Urias, that's a pitch any hitter loves. He drives that hanger to center field, and then he's showing off the wheels. Urias is in with an RBI triple. This one is going to be all tied up at 2 apiece. And then moments later, it's Avi Garcia, just here to chew gum and hit home runs. He's all out of gum, so you might as well hit this 2-run jack. The Brewers take care of Pittsburgh and win this one with a final score of 5-2. Now, every spring sport is now into postseason play. I mean, heck, the state golf tournament tees off tomorrow. We'll keep you up to date as that one unfolds. But with the end of the regular season, that means that we have players of the year in their conferences. And within the Great Northern Conference, one team dominated on the diamond. The Medford Raiders were able to claim Player of the Year recognition for both baseball and softball. Caleb Chubbs Gooden won the award on the baseball diamond. Gooden was a monster this season. He led the league in multiple categories, including most wins as a pitcher and most home runs. He also threw a no-hitter against Northland Pines early on in the season. Martha Miller was able to win Player of the Year for softball. Miller was the Raiders' ace on the mound. She finished with 11 total wins. Plus, she struck out 200 batters on the year. She also had an ERA of 0.22. She was pitching. The opposing team, they weren't having a good day. Medford is doing something right there on the baseball diamond. Or baseball and softball diamond, excuse me. Meg, back to you.
Thanks, Griffin. 5 years later, people are mourning the tragedy that occurred in Orlando, Florida. When we come back, a somber remembrance of a ceremony for the 49 lives lost at the Pulse nightclub shooting.
Looking for a relaxing place to gather?
At Slumberland, we have lots and lots of sectionals.
All with the quality, value, and look you want for less.
Plus, get free shipping with no minimum.
Only at Slumberland Furniture.
At Save More Marketplace, our expansive produce section features a large organic selection of the freshest fruits and vegetables. Get ready to fire up your grill with the finest cuts of Black Angus beef, USDA Prime, Wagyu ribeye, over 15 varieties of brats made in-house, and so much more. Our Scratch Bakery has fresh breads and custom cakes and design specialties for any occasion. Our deli has a great selection of meats, cheeses, and quick and easy meals. And with Save More on the go, we bring the freshness to you.
From June 11th through the 20th, double your unlimited high-speed data for free. Plus, save $400 on Google Pixel 5 when you trade in your current smartphone. Restrictions apply. Visit cellcom.com/summer for details.
When you're the victim of an accident, it can feel like the weight of the entire world is on your shoulders. Why not let us take that crippling burden off your back? Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
ELM Repair in Edgar is a family-owned and operated full-service diesel repair shop. From pickups to semi-trucks to heavy equipment and RV service. If it runs on diesel, we can repair it. Want more power and better mileage? Our experienced professionals will get your truck running and at peak performance. With a state-of-the-art dyno and fully stocked parts department, we can even come out to you with our 24-hour mobile repair service. ELM is always looking for passionate and talented people to join our team. The Diesel Doctor. Have it done right the first time at ELM Repair.
Earn money in your free time. Del Monte in Plover is now hiring for the production season. Join a friendly, supportive team while helping local growers put food on American tables. Seasonal positions with a sizable wage increase for 2021 are available. Plus, bonus opportunities allow you to make even more. Del Monte appreciates their employees by holding appreciation events that include meals and prizes. Work in a safe environment for a company that cares and earn some extra money. Apply today.
When you buy a mattress from Slumberland
and sleep on it for 120 nights,
if you're not happy, we'll make it right.
Get this Sealy Memory Foam Queen mattress for just $3.99.
Or come lay on our selection of 8 memory foam mattresses, all for under $1,000.
This weekend, people came out to support the LGBTQ plus community in remembering the 49 lives that were lost in the Pulse nightclub mass shooting in Orlando, Florida 5 years ago. Nadine Yanes reports.
Luis, Daniel, Wilson Leon, Danny.
As the names are being read aloud, streamed on a screen from Pulse just blocks away, at least 1,500 people watched in silence at DPAC.
Alejandro Barrios Martinez.
Many while wiping tears. Craig Adcock and his group clapped for his friend Edward Sotomayor Jr. When his name came up today,
a flood of emotions. I miss him so much, and it was just so touching how the community came together to remember all the lives lost in my friend. And I remember where I was that day when they read the names, and he was the 4th name to come out. And I just collapsed on my couch. I could not believe it.
Back on the same lawn where he stood 5 years ago.
Every year, I come with my friends every year to remember.
I'm here because this is my hometown. I'm queer and non-binary myself. I remember seeing how many people were here those years ago and returning back and seeing so many people within our community is a good reminder that we're all still here, we're all still working for the same thing.
And still holding on to that light as the community continues to heal.
There's just as much solidarity, if not a ton more.
It's hard, but you know, I know that the community has our back.
Everybody loves popcorn and puffs, so Newswatch 12 and MINOCQUA Popcorn and Puffs want to help you celebrate by sending tasty birthday treats.
If you want your chance to win a gourmet bucket of popcorn for you or your loved one, make sure to submit your birthday club entry on our website, WJFW.com.
One lucky viewer will win a free half-gallon bucket of MINOCQUA popcorn.
Hike on over to Hirschner's for new and fun Northwoods decor, cross-stitch, latch hook kits, and linens for your camper, lake house, or cottage. Pick up a puzzle to put together with your family on your deck or at the cabin. Have yourself a block party with our 2,000 bolts of quilting fabric. We have new, natural yarns by your favorite brands, which are soft and sustainable. Stop on by to Hirschner's Retail Outlet Store on Hoover Road, located 1 block west from I-39 in Stevens Point.
Come and get your adrenaline pumping at SK Speedway. SK Speedway is your home for fast action racing. SK Speedway, formerly Monster Hall, is Central Wisconsin's premier dirt racetrack. Modified cars, motorcycles, and ATVs. Join us for the Junkyard Warriors this Friday. Check us out on Facebook or visit SKSpeedway.com for official race times and details.
Greer's Pier is a beautiful full-service marina located in the middle of the Manitowish Waters chain of lakes, offering a large rental fleet of pontoon, ski, and bass fishing boats for on-the-water fun. Greer's Pier is a Sylvan and Evinrude Platinum dealer with a service department is second to none. The newly renovated store is stocked with everything you need for boating, water sports, swimming, and more. Enjoy an incredible lunch on the dock with a signature drink while watching the boats go by at Greer's Pier.
When you're at the Olympic Games, you're surrounded by greatness everywhere. Sam McCulloch,
gymnastics.
David Badaya, diving.
There's a lot of support from everyone telling you that they believe in you.
Every time I go back there, it's a super warm welcome. I just have a lot of support there.
The Tokyo Olympics, brought to you on NBC 12 by Advanced Welding Institute of Eagle River.
Beautiful home near Land O'Lakes being sold to the highest bidder regardless of price. Sunday, June 27th. Contact Brass and St. Louis Auctions for more details.
June 13th is Random Acts of Light Day. The Leukemia and Lymphoma Society encourage you to honor blood cancer survivors by showing an act of kindness in a dark time. According to the Center for Disease Control, cancer is the second leading cause of death in the U.S., affecting all ages from the very young all the way to the very old. You can help the cause by joining the Light in the Night campaign wherever your city is held throughout the year. For more information, you can visit lightthenight.org to join. So who's excited for Monday? I mean, the weather, what are we going to be expecting?
Well, it'll be a little different than today. I think it'll be more sunny all around. Right now, there is a severe thunderstorm warning in effect towards Green Bay. I think most severe weather has cleared out of our area by now, and we'll be having decreasing clouds for the rest of the night and going dry. And then here we go looking at Monday. So it should be pretty nice all around, mostly sunny skies. You'll feel that wind, though, out of the northwest at 5 to 15 miles per hour, and maybe a couple sprinkles, but I think thunderstorms will be really towards far eastern Wisconsin, not really a problem for us. Here we go looking at that outlook now. The biggest concern being large hail and damaging winds, but that's not really going to be towards our area, and that is going to be non-severe. So I don't think that'll be a huge concern tomorrow. And now looking at your 7-day forecast after we get through tomorrow, we're going to have a pretty nice couple of days. Temperatures in those upper 70s, low 80s, and staying dry till Thursday. So hope you guys have some nice plans outside for the next couple of days.
Monday's a huge day for regionals. I am pumped. No rain. Let's get it.
There you go.
Well, thanks for joining. Have a great night and a pleasant tomorrow. See you tomorrow.